little mini biographies to celebrate Black History Month. Today we're going to be talking about a filmmaker and a rapper. We will start with the filmmaker. So this, again, is coming from Little Leaders. It's a book by Vashti Harrison, and this one is her first one. So this, again, it came out of a challenge that she gave herself. She wanted to research and illustrate a different person, a different woman, and post it on her social media account every day in the month of February to celebrate Black History Month. And the success of that project really carried her forward. So she's got this book. There's one about women from around the world, and then she followed it up with the Exceptional Men book. So we're going to read about Julie Dash, born in 1952, and to the best of my knowledge, still alive. She's a filmmaker. There's the picture. It says, "It seems that Julie always knew she wanted to be a filmmaker, but her journey began with some luck. As a teen, she participated in a film workshop at the Studio Museum in Harlem. She thought it was for still photography, but to her surprise, it was for motion pictures, and the medium stuck. She went on to study film in college, did a 2-year fellowship at the American Film Institute, and then got her Master of Fine Arts degree at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. During her time at UCLA, she joined a new generation of Black students in the directing program. All of them were fueled by a love of cinema and a drive to make new, inclusive work. They were known as the filmmakers of the LA Rebellion. They all collaborated and helped each other out, and Julie was the best at doing hair and makeup. In 1991, Julie made her first feature-length film, Daughters of the Dust, about a family from the Gullah Geechee, I hope I'm saying that correct, community, descendants of African slaves living in the Low Country region of North Carolina and Georgia's eastern coast. The film is a lyrical family drama centering on 3 generations of women and their religious and traditional preparations for a major move. This was the first film by an African American woman to receive a general theatrical release in the United States. In 2004, the Library of Congress placed Daughters of the Dust on the National Film Registry, a list of distinguished films preserved as national treasures. Julie's passion for film is truly remarkable. She participated in many distinguished programs and has been nominated for countless awards and honors, and is an alumna of the best film programs in the country. In an industry dominated by men, she was often the first wherever she went, but definitely will not be the last." Okay, so that's Julie Dash. And then we're going to talk about Chuck D, a rapper. Born in 1960, again, to the best of my knowledge, still alive. Born Carlton Ridenour, Chuck always had a booming voice. When he was growing up on Long Island near New York City, his parents enrolled him in a summer course run by former members of the Black Panther Party, a militant political group formed in the 1960s that encouraged Black pride. His parents wanted him to learn about history and use his voice to uplift his people. But at that time, he was more interested in bossing around his younger siblings and practicing being a sportscaster. When Chuck heard a new type of music from the Bronx called rap, he fell in love with it. It would be a while, though, before he combined his voice, his understanding of history, and this music. Chuck studied graphic design in college and created flyers for local hip-hop shows while DJing with his friends at his school's radio station. When a producer wanted to sign him to Def Jam Records, Chuck thought he was too old, but his age, 26, meant that he had a different perspective from the younger rappers coming up. Eventually, he was convinced, and with his radio show buddies, formed the group Public Enemy. Chuck saw rap as a way to talk about and influence the Black community. He called rap Black America's TV station. He rapped about racism, politics, culture, and the importance of unity and uplift. At first, Public Enemy had a hard time breaking out. Their lyrics were deemed too political to be played on the radio at a time when you couldn't find success without radio play. But when popular director Spike Lee featured their song Fight the Power in his movie Do the Right Thing from 1989, their audience grew. In 2013, Public Enemy was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of only a handful of rap and hip-hop inductees. Chuck's intelligence and dedication to political and social change have made him a statesman for hip-hop. As both an activist and an artist, or as he likes to call himself, a raptivist, Chuck and his booming voice will be heard for generations to come. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about different people this month, and I hope that you're inspired to go out and read some of the biographies of these people. These little blurbs have been fantastic, but these people have done so much. They're so inspiring, and of course, you cannot put a whole life into a tiny little blurb. So I hope that you're inspired to learn more about these people. If you need help finding more information, I'm sure your teachers would love to help you, or I would love to help you, whether that's looking at things online or seeing if we can get a book for you to read. As always, happy reading.